Hey guys, today I will be showing you how to play Bed Wars. In this video we will be learning how to PvP. I will split this part in two parts. First one will be on aim and second on movement and KB, and at the end some bonus tips I guess. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Bed Wars PvP is very different than your usual pot PvP. In Bed Wars your main ways of getting kills are either knocking people off island, like in sumo PvP, or outgearing them. Taking a fight with someone with the same gear as you is not that safe, unless you are sure you can kill them. Part 1. Aim. Aiming is the key part of PvP, because if you can't aim you will die, and if you die you will lose. So yeah, if you are totally new to Bed Wars or PvP Minecraft in general, and are trying to get better, please don't try to improve PvP in Bed Wars, because you will just lose too many games, and won't even have a chance to PvP and train your aim. So I recommend going on a PvP server. I personally warm up on the classic duel on Pickercraft, but back to the point. Aiming is the key factor to PvP. The most simple way to put it is that you need to focus on your hand-eye coordination and just try to keep your cursor on opponent as much as you can, while clicking at least 6 CPS. It might seem daunting at first, but after some time your aim should feel natural and not shaky. But how the great rapper Jay-Z said it, without practice the magic won't come. At least I think he said that. Some things you want to check before starting the grind. Are you happy with your sensitivity? Did you set up your hotkeys? And can you reach every hotkey slot without moving hand from WASD or mouse? If you can't hotkey quickly you can try building this machine and practice this way. You can also put faster repeaters if you feel like it. If you are happy with both you can continue the grind. So get up and get on grinding your aim. It's okay if you lose. It's normal, just don't get unmotivated the first day, because it will take at least a month to get decent at aiming. Part 2. Movement and KB. Dealing knockback, KB for short, is probably the second most important thing after aim. In this part I will also talk about comboing, because if you can't deal KB you can't combo. So how do I deal knockback? You deal knockback when you hit someone, but if you are sprinting you do 3 times more KB, so all you want to do is to hold sprint and reset it after every hit. How do I do that? Easy. The two most simple and beginner friendly techniques are W tap or block hit. When you start doing it will be tricky to get the timing down of your chosen KB dealing technique, but once you master it, you will start seeing some pretty good results with people flying when you hit them and calling out hacks because they can't hit you back. Just because this is a tutorial for beginner I won't talk about S-tap too much, because you usually don't need it when you start training this part, but in short how it works is you just move backwards to throw your opponent off with his timing, and you then can take his combo off you and start comboing him. I also recommend training this on practice PvP and not Bed Wars games. Movement is the third and almost as important part of PvP as dealing KB is, but if you can combo someone without them touching you, you don't need movement, but in 97% of the fights you won't flawless them, and you will have to move correctly if you want to win the fight. When you engage in a PvP fight you don't want to just hold W into them mindlessly, because that doesn't work. So try strafing in either left or right direction at first and just holding that button while you PvP. After you get that down, you should try going left and right continuously through the fight and just trying to figure out what the opponent is doing, because you need to understand how your opponent is moving and to see his patterns of moving to counter it. And to finish this part off you need to learn to combine those two and get them in a timing that you are comfortable with, but also being able to adapt to your opponent's playstyle. Comboing is chaining your W taps or block hits on your opponent at around 1 to 2,7 blocks range from you. While you are comboing it is important to keep track that you should aim at their head, because that is the closest part of their body to you. Bonus tips. Use PvP client, they boost your FPS pretty much as Optifine does, and some even better than Optifine, and they also add a lot of helpful things for your UI. I personally use Labby mod, but if you don't like it, use whatever you find the most convenient. Jumping. Jumping in PvP is pretty scary and can lead to losses of a fight, but in modes like bed with jumping and critting out someone can be useful if done correctly. You don't want to be jumping on someone in a open area of map like in mid, but if you are inside of their base and you have a wall behind you that you can put your back against, jumping and critting out opponent is useful in that situation and can win you the game. CPS, you don't need 9,999,999 million CPS to be good at PvP. I usually get around 9 normal clicking, and it's decent for me, so don't feel bad with your 6 to 7 CPS. Everyone has to start somewhere. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more tutorials like this one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.